Continuing on in Unit 3, continuing on with Objective 44, some other qualities and important values that we have as nurses related to job performance include attendance and punctuality. Absenteeism is a problem in healthcare, so is presentism. Presentism is where you report to work and you're sick. Absenteeism is where you call in. Attendance is very important. Punctuality is important, being there on time. If you're not going to be on time, it's important to let somebody know that you're running a few minutes late due to weather or something else that's going on. You also need to be reliable and accountable for your own actions. You need to have an overall good attitude and enthusiasm about your job performance, and know there are generational differences in nursing. If you go to the web link here to nursingworld.org, it is leading a multi-generational nursing workforce, issues, challenges, and strategies. Basically, there's several generations of nurses out there. We have the veterans, which were born prior to 1945, the baby boomers that were born between 1946 to 1964, Gen Xers, which were born from 1963 to 1980, and the millennials that were born from 1980 to 2000. We are now getting closer to having a next generation that has been yet be made. When you talk about these generational differences, we need to talk about a little about conflict resolution. Both Gen Xers and millennial nurses respect the achievements of the baby boomer leaders, but seek work balance and are less likely to accept overtime and schedule changes to accommodate their needs of their work units. Each generation needs to focus on contributions made by each cohort, thereby reducing workplace conflict in the workplace. When we deal with multi-generational workforces, it's important that each individual member seek to understand each generational cohort and accommodate generational differences in attitudes, values, and behaviors. There should be generationally sensitive styles to effectively coach and motivate all members of the healthcare team. Communication is key among the generations, and there should be promotion of resolution between generational conflict so that we can have an effective team of nurses. So there's many differences in the generational nurses, and we need to know those so we can support our nurses that are part of that generation. Objective 45 says list various professional nursing organizations. The ones that are listed here, the ANA, is for all registered nurses, and its idea is to promote nursing and nursing excellence. The National League for Nursing is an organization that promotes excellence in nursing education. The AACN, or American Association of Colleges of Nursing, are the national voice for baccalaureate and higher degree nurses. The ANCC, the American Nurse Credentialing Center, promotes excellence in nursing and healthcare through accreditation. A1, Association of Women's Health Obstetrical and Neonatal Nurses, is for women nurses that deal with women's health care issues. And then ARN, Association of Operating Room Nurses, is for nurses that work in the operating room or same-day surgery. Each professional nursing organization helps develop standards that other nurses in those particular areas are adherents to. Objective 46, discuss the benefits of belonging to a professional nursing organization. The benefits of belonging to a professional nursing organization include to promote the development of the profession of nursing. Professional associations exist for the benefit of the individuals within that organization to look after their best interests and provide them with information and resources to help them in their careers, such as watching for trends, changes, advances in their industry's specialty, and helping members stay up to date through newsletters, conferences, seminars, communications, and journals. I would say that a lot of the information that keeps me up to date, specifically through ANA and A1, which are two professional organizations that I belong to, help me keep up to date with this ever-changing standards. I'm also a member of the NLN because I deal in nursing education. Professional organizations also work to advance the profession or specialty through maintaining or developing standards, encouraging and providing professional development, and legislative advocacy. Remember that your State Practice Act is a bill that started off as a bill in your state legislation, And so you need to be active in legislative advocacy, because if there's any changes to the State Practice Act, it can affect how you as a nurse can practice. Professional organizations promote networking opportunities among individuals in the profession and specialty. They provide, in some cases, association-specific job boards and referral services. They provide, in some cases, credentialing in specialty areas, and in some cases, they have perks such as discounted insurance rates. Objective 47 says evaluate how various nursing organizations are involved in politics. Nursing organizations define standards of practice and professional behaviors, such as the ANA developing the Code of Ethics, and ANA has also established standards with whistleblowing. They support nursing research and nursing excellence, and they participate in policy development at the local, national, and state levels, so it affects all areas of nurses and what they can and cannot do as a nurse. Objective 48 says discuss how to prepare for NCLEX. First, you need to know the test. How do you know the test? You print off the detailed test plan from the NCLEX website. Have a dedicated study area. It's important that then you can focus on that studying in that area. Implement a practice schedule. Again, between 50 to 60 NCLEX style questions per day will help you keep your mind ready to take NCLEX. Test in near test conditions, a quiet area on a computer with headphones so it can mimic the test. Focus on what you're supposed to be doing. Turn off Facebook, turn off Candy Crush, turn off Flappy Birds or whatever the newest game that's out. Read the answers and the rationales. Rationales are important because a concept can be written in many different ways, but it's still the concepts. And so if you understand the concept, you're more likely to get the answer correct. Stay positive. Positive attitudes, you are going to pass this test, will get you a long way. Flag questions that you answer incorrectly because you may not understand that concept completely. Use mnemonics, such as ADAPI for the nursing diagnosis, assessment, planning, assessment, diagnosis, planning, intervention, and evaluation. Find a study buddy. Make or buy flashcards that contain information commonly missed. Understand the concept over memorization. Memorization is not how you will pass NCLEX. You need to actually understand the concept. And do other things as well as studying. You need to take time for studying, but then you need to do some things for yourself as well. Tips for staying focused on studying for NCLEX: be unavailable. I know that sounds silly, but you may have to say no to some things while you're studying for NCLEX. Choose the right time of day to study. Some of you will study better in the morning, some of you will study better at night. You need to determine what's best for you. Set a timer and only study in 20 to 30 minute segments. Get up, do something for about another 20 to 30 minutes, and then come back and study some more. You need to set daily goals and then check off those daily goals as you achieve them. And give yourself incentives, such as if I study and stay focused for the next 20 minutes, then I'm going to be allowed to have that Reese's peanut butter cup. Change topics. Don't stay on the same topic over and over and over again. Mix it up a little bit. Take your stretch breaks every 20 minutes. Follow good nutrition and eating habits. Lots of water, lots of fruits and vegetables, and leave your space tidy. Tips for the night before NCLEX: organize all the materials needed to gain entrance into the exam. No more studying. By this time you should have studied enough for it and you should be ready to go. Eat well, a good, well-balanced meal. Have a little bit of light exercise. Put the tests into perspective. This is a minimum competency test. In order to pass, you need to make sure that you have enough knowledge to be safe and minimally competent. Relax, do a little bit of meditation that you're going to pass the test. Get some good sleep, no alcohol, and have a backup plan to get to the testing facility, because road construction, weather can all affect how you get there. Make sure you arrive at least 30 minutes prior to the test. Tips for test day: eat breakfast and have energy snacks in the car to eat right before the exam. Wear comfortable clothing. Arrive at least 15 minutes early. I would say 30 would be more appropriate. Don't rush through the exam. Close your eyes and take deep breaths if you're starting to feel anxious at any time during the exam. If you don't know the answer, just give your best guess. Guessing, you never hurts to guess. Read the questions very carefully. Look for negatives like always, never, almost. Answer the questions before reading the answers. Take your breaks, that's why you get them. Wear your earplugs so you don't get distracted by other testers typing on the keyboard, because not everybody in that room is going to be taking NCLEX. They may be taking aviation tests, they may be taking a CPA test, they may be taking another type of a national standardized test, and so you will hear clicking of the keyboard. And celebrate or do something for yourself after the exam. Objective 49, discuss the need for quality improvement. Quality improvement describes a systematic process that healthcare organizations and professionals use to measure client outcomes, identify hazards and errors, and to improve client care. It emphasizes customer satisfaction, innovation, prevention of error, and staff development. It involves continued analysis and evaluation of products and services to prevent errors and achieve customer satisfaction. It is a prevention-focused approach and is always evolving. Benefits to quality management. There's greater efficiency and proactive planning. There's a reduction in malpractice lawsuits and increased job satisfaction. If we can promote good quality service to our customers and keep our customers or our clients satisfied, we're less likely to have malpractice lawsuits. Quality improvement helps reduce sentinel events. Sentinel events are serious, unexpected occurrences in healthcare involving a death or physical or psychological harm to a patient. If you look in box 20-4 on page 405 in your Yoder and Weiss book, it lists several sentinel events. It also helps reduce breach of care or breach of duty. Breach of care or breach of duty is when the nurse is not following the standards or the policies and protocols of the hospital. QI, quality improvement, is completed by a root cause analysis. What was the underlying cause that caused this error or the sentinel event or malpractice lawsuit to occur? This root cause analysis looks at identifying the customer's needs, assembling a team, it's usually multidisciplinary, to look at this need, collecting data, establishing outcomes related to the data collected. There can be patient care outcomes, which are patient-related, and nurse-sensitive outcomes, which are related to patient care as a result from nurses. Plans are then discussed and implemented, and then evaluation occurs to see if the new plans that have been implemented actually meet the consumer or client's needs, or if they need to be redone. Components of quality improvement programs include quality management plan, which is the healthcare culture is emphasizing customer satisfaction, innovation, and employee involvement. Standards and benchmarking. Standards are established by professional organizations, which again, it's important to be involved in one. And benchmarking is a widespread search that's conducted to identify the best performance against which to measure the quality improvement programs. Peer review can also be done. Outcomes management is looking at the patient states, behaviors, and perception, and they are sensitive to nursing interventions. Audits are regular reviews of the chart, looking for and making sure standards and benchmarks are being obtained. And utilization review uses critical pathways to ensure payments and that the hospital does not go in the hole with patient care.